Hello everybody, this is Ostuni, and welcome to the first ever attempt, basically, of me trying to do some Dokkan content. Now, I don't necessarily have anything in-game to show you right now, but I can tell you guys some things that you might want to know heading into the next 30 days of Dokkan. So, let's go ahead and get started. Right now, this is all for global, by the way. I want to mention that I am a global main. That may change over time. I'm not quite sure. But as of right now, this is what we have for global as far as our actual banner summon and everything like that. Our main event is Boo. I'm gonna be honest. I will say this. I actually have a good bit of units that will actually benefit from having this guy right here, this particular Super Boo. And you know what? I actually did do one multi, and I did get him. And here's the interesting thing about him. He is like the only one like main event guy, I believe. So your odds of actually pulling him are a little bit increased, in my opinion. Like I said, from one multi, I got him. If you want to give this a shot, go ahead, do one multi. If you don't get him, he will be back, as well as the Hercule that's in here, which is pretty cool, and the West Supreme Kai that is in here. She is pretty cool too. But there's a big looming thing over everyone's head that everybody's kind of wondering how they're going to prep for and everything like that. And that particularly is the movie banners for Super Gogeta and Broly as well. Now, I will go ahead and say this for those who are wondering, which one should I summon for? Should I summon for Super Gogeta, or should I summon for Broly? The odds are, like, this isn't even me being a fan of Dragon Ball Super Broly or anything like that, because I am. But the odds are actually more in your favor to pull something good from the Broly banner. Because here's the thing. You have 48 non-featured SSRs, okay, for the Broly banner. And you have 120 different non-featured SSRs for the Gogeta. That means that statistically you are more likely to pull hot garbage. But the thing is that, I mean, here's the way that I would look at it as of right now. I am not a very picky person. Pretty much what my plan is to go in with 300 stones, maybe more, depending on how many I can grind up by the time that the banner rolls around. And I'm going to dip into the Broly banner. I'm going to get my 3 multis, I'm going to get my 1 free, and if I can't get my Broly out of that, I am going to dip in it for seconds. But if I can just get one of this Broly in particular, the main event, the physical Broly, the one that everybody is going to want, if I can get one, then I will be satisfied, because I'm not a fucking whale. I don't need things to be a rainbow. This card's gonna be powerful as shit as long as you put orbs into it. Then I will go on and actually try to get Gogeta. So basically, that's not necessarily like super important information for you guys. That's just whenever I'm gonna do a video on it, that's what I'm gonna be gunning for, is pretty much one of each of the featured. And then after that, then I'll go back in probably to Broly. If I don't have this AGL, EZA actually Broly, then I will go back in for that. But there is actually something that you can do right now that you may not have thought about that might help you whenever these guys come out. Especially if you're looking to sink in some serious stones to either A, get them in general, or B, just rainbow the fuck out of them. But you know how most of the other content creators have been. Me personally, I did do a couple of multis on the Broly banner. My first round of them, I actually did get the big boy himself. So I feel kind of confident going in. It's probably going to come back to bite me ass even saying that I'm feeling confident about it. But here's something interesting that you guys may not have thought about. What if I told you there is something coming up that would give you all the orbs and all the Elder Kais that you might need for both of these units? And it's actually something that maybe some of you didn't think about. Well, thing is that we're actually getting 2 EZA events dropping this coming up Tuesday. And they are for Kid Buu, physical Kid Buu, mind you. See where I'm going with this? And we're actually getting the return of the Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Now this actually, it works on a couple of different levels. I'll explain that one in a second, but basically what you can do, regardless of if you have either one of these units that actually benefit from the EZA Awakening, you can actually roll up in there and beat the hell out of them and pretty much have yourself set up for orbs and Supreme Kais. You'll get 11 Supreme Kais total, 1 extra, basically, and you'll get more than enough to put a serious dent into Broly overall. I'm pretty damn sure, like, I haven't done the math, but I'm pretty sure you can rainbow Broly off of this amount of orbs and probably still have some left over. But let's actually go on to the other EZA and why you might want to pay attention to that one just a little bit more, especially if you have the unit. This is pretty much the exact same thing. You'll go through all of it, you'll get all the orbs, you'll get all the medals and everything like that, and you'll come out with a shit ton of AGL or blue orbs. You'll come out with 11 Supreme Kais, and that's the other thing, 30 stones per each one if you can get to 30. So that's 60 stones, that's 1 multi-summon. So pretty good there. But here's the thing though, if you want to go ahead and prep for these events, pretty much what you're going to want to do is for Buu's, or actually this one's for Goku's. And I've already done this, and I'll show you guys the team that I have actually come up with whenever I actually play through the event. I'm not going to go into that super hardcore right now. This is designed to be a little bit shorter and everything like that, so I'm not going to get into the science of it. But what you're going to want is you're going to want Resurrected Warriors, you're going to want either Intelligence, or you're going to want Tech. Tech is going to do more damage. Like it's going to do, they're going to do an insane amount of damage. This little pool right here is going to net you the most damage in that whole thing. And even, I actually watched a video from Truth, and he said that actually this Bio Broly may actually be pretty good for a defensive-ish unit, and we got that event going right now, so if you can get them, I wouldn't recommend rainbowing them or anything like that, but if you can, maybe get them. I might do it, who knows. But you'll actually still get a pretty good amount of damage out of these guys too. It's just pretty much these guys are going to net you about 1.5 times damage, and these guys are going to pretty much net you about double damage, because these guys get the bonus because they are strictly Resurrected Warriors and their attack isn't lowered. These guys get the advantage because they actually are Resurrected Warriors and their type is beneficial against Super Saiyan 3 Goku, so they're going to do the most damage. However, you can get some extreme tech units and extreme intelligence units to fill the gaps if you really need to. But yeah, like this isn't as hard an event to actually plan out for, at least in my opinion. There's not a huge pool, but for Majin Buu, it sure as hell is, because just take a look at this. Pure Saiyans is the team that you want, and you want red for the most damage, and you still want blue though because the damage from blue isn't necessarily mitigated any. And I'm actually going to be rocking both a Rainbow Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and a Super Saiyan 4 Rainbowed Goku in this event, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to tear ass through this event. I won't go into the rest of the team. It's a little bit mismatched, but I think it's going to work. But anyway, for this event is good if you want to go ahead and get your orbs and your Elder Kais for Broly. And this event is definitely good if you want to get your Elder Kais and your orbs for Gogeta. But this one actually has an added perk, especially if you actually have the unit in question, the AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku. That bonus is that in a couple of weeks, maybe a little bit longer, depending on how they want to roll out the movie events, you can actually turn this Super Saiyan 3 Goku and actually have him help you run this event, which I am definitely looking forward to. This is Broly, the AGL from the movie banner. This one right here gets a EZA event, and it actually does actually has a medals for a lot of these units. All of these units are great. But something else that you may want to go ahead and think about doing while I'm at it is you may actually want to go ahead and do the research for a movie heroes team. Now here's the good thing about that is that 2 of those slots, whenever the movie stuff starts coming out, could already be filled. And those slots would be filled by this blue Goku and this blue Vegeta, Tech Vegeta, Agility Goku. They both fit in the team as far as types and everything like that. I'll go into what the how they fit in exactly with their types, but they both fit in the movie heroes category. And as you progress, they will get stronger because you'll be feeding them these medals. It'll be perfect. And not to mention that Super Saiyan 3 AGL Goku is actually part of the movie heroes team. So that's 3 units already. Ideally, if you really want to run this event like super hard, you might want to try and get Gogeta beforehand. But I might see what happens when I try to do it without him. Well, I'll be able to get like a friend one, of course, but I'm not sure if my luck will hold up as far as actually getting the big bad. Well, hold on. Wait, nope, I can't see him. But you know what I mean. The actual leader of the team. But basically, the units that you are going to want are pretty much these group of units right here. And I'm going to show you one in particular. This guy, if you actually have a good tech unit, this guy, this Tapion is going to pay massive dividends if you actually invest into him. Because he gets a +80, and at the start of his turn, a medium chance to perform a critical hit, but he changes strength key orbs into rainbow key orbs, which is good for anyone, but more specifically, there are 2 particular units in mind that could actually benefit from this greatly, and I'll go ahead and pull them up real quick. I wasn't expecting to go this far into it. But pretty much actually using this LR Goku, I don't have him. I have the other option though. Of course, this will just get you to pump up his attack more and more and more and more, and that's a great thing, like being able to actually pretty much guarantee that ultra attack and everything like that. But my answer to how to use Tech Tapion more effectively is this guy. Because this Super Saiyan 3 Goku has the passive ability of attack 120% and an extra 20% per rainbow key sphere obtained. So if I have a whole bunch of rainbow key spheres floating around, then this guy is going to hit Broly like a goddamn truck. So I already have him. I have the Tapion already ready to go. I will get the blue Vegeta right here for tech as well. So that's 3 in tech. That's half of my team will be pretty much ready to hit him extremely hard. I'm going to get the Super Saiyan Super Saiyan Blue Goku, of course, over on this side over here. I do have the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, as I mentioned earlier, for AGL through the EZA event, so hopefully I'll be able to actually get him all the way up there. I'm pretty confident in my team's ability that I've set up. The wild card here is if I can actually pull Gogeta or not. It's gonna be a tough tell, but here's the thing. Is that I do have other options as far as a unit to actually replace them. Like, I can get a lower boost for the movie category team out of these 2 story units, these 2 different versions of, this version of Goku, or this version of Vegeta, this version of Goku. A little flustered. But yeah, they can act as a sub-leader. I don't doubt my ability to find a Gogeta as a friend unit, but I do have other options as far as a filler unit. I do happen to have this particular Gohan awoken, and I actually have this version of Teen Gohan from the BoJack movie event unwoken as well. So I do not necessarily fear my options. I fear that Gogeta is either going to make or break my ability to actually do this at all. So we'll see how that goes. But let's see, what did I actually have? Oh, that's right. If you are not quite strong enough, if your team is not good enough to do super duper EZA runs or anything like that, or you just don't have the units or anything like that, and you want to farm special attack for Broly specifically, I do have a solution for you. Let's go ahead and here we go. You guys might remember this guy, particularly from the very first Broly Dokkan event that we actually got in the game. Now, the thing about him is that he can actually be Dokkan awakened into this guy right here with just 3 medals. So basically you can do the Z-Hard run of the event itself, because there are 2 stages. You get this guy from like the this is just 3 stages of Ben, and you can get this little SR guy. So you do that, you get him, you do a Z run of the actual Berserker of Destruction Dokkan event, you get 7 medals, and then you can awaken into him, and he will be the thing that actually gives you your special attack for Broly! Yeah! So basically, I know the reasoning might be a little bit like, if you look down here, you'll see like, well, I could just get the story unit and do it that way. I actually wouldn't really recommend that, because the thing is that you're absolutely right. You can do that, but let me show you the difference here. This guy is a Super Saiyan Broly. No doubt about that. Absolutely no doubt about that. But would you rather grind for 3 medals at a time, in which, like I said, if you do a Z run of the Dokkan event, you get 7, guaranteed? Or would you rather run through the story event and have to grind for 20 medals? I'd rather do the guaranteed 7 and basically have to get a little bit frustrated at, actually getting this guy to drop. I'd rather have the frustration being in getting this guy to drop than the 20 medals altogether. As long as I know that I have the medals, that's okay. And plus, the Dokkan event is going to be going forever, pretty much. Or, like, the day whenever physical and strength events run. So, you're going to have the ability to run that very often. I wouldn't waste my time for that. However, there is something that I would do that does involve this unit. If you've got the time. This guy can actually serve another purpose. Let me actually go to Broly cards. What you can do is you can grind him for this Broly, which eventually goes into this Broly, which eventually is the legendary Broly. This is actually what I would recommend if you're going to go out of your way to grind that particular purple Broly for anything. It probably would be this guy. This guy, and then the AGL unit from the banner, because let me show you exactly what I mean. This EZA, look at those stats. That's good. That's like the equivalent of like Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Goku, like the red and blue ones, just to be clear. Not the category leaders, the type leaders, rainbowed. He's equal to them. So, definitely you'll probably want to farm, let's see, a lot of... I'm so confused. And there we go. You'll definitely want to be farming a lot of them for those two particular Brolys. Like I said, I would rather farm for a unit than for medals. That's just my particular take on the matter. But yeah, there's a lot of different things that you're going to be able to do to get stones, orbs, everything like that to prepare. And another thing, don't be too afraid to do that one multi on the Boo summon if you really want to do it, because I guarantee you that whenever the actual Broly events start kicking off, we're going to have another sale, we're going to have another like bonus campaign thing going. We'll have more ways to get more stones. And then, of course, you have to remember this also. I'm willing to bet there are a lot of people that actually forget about this. The actual movie story event itself, you'll get about 22 stones off of that. And then you'll get another 4 off of that for Dokkan Awakening each one of the story units. So you'll get a good 26 stones just from this. And then, technically, if you really want to look at it even more, you'll get about another 30 stones from actually doing the EZA battle if you can do it. But anyway, I know that this was kind of ranty and everything like that, but I had fun kind of looking through all this stuff and everything like that. But that's pretty much what you guys might want to look into doing, prepping for, and everything like that for Dokkan, probably within the next 30-day period, because I believe that on the... when is it? Probably... like just in the middle of next month, I think it's really going to start dropping all the good movie stuff that we're actually going to get. But anyway, that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys for humoring me for my first ever shot at trying to cover Dokkan content. Let me guys know what you thought. As I said, whenever the actual EZA events drop, I will form up my team, and probably within the last, probably 10 to 5 stages, I'll show you my run with the teams that I've actually put together, because I'm pretty sure I can get through stages 1 through 20 with what I've got planned. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Question of the day for you guys. I know I don't usually do that anymore, but What are you looking forward to most from the Broly event? I think it's actually this event right here, the Extreme EZA Battle, because it pretty much guarantees that you will get at least 2 really badass units. Like, you can go into the event and get both this Goku and this Vegeta, no problem. And if you can get a team good enough to actually go through all the events and everything like that, then you'll get all the medals, of course, to awaken both of those. But you have to remember something. This is also important. Well, this will be a good enough example. Pretty much the 2 non-featured units, or well, I can do this. Hold on. Alright, just wanted to clarify real quick. This Broly and this Paragus right here, these 2, and this is the EZA one, the Exiled Warrior Broly. And then over here, the Super Saiyan Goku and the Super Saiyan Vegeta here, they are going to wind up in the general SSR pool after this banner ends. So, the important things to pull from these banners are the main eventers, the Broly. Whoop. How did I do that? Well, you know. Me being an idiot and all. Alright, yeah. This Broly and this Gogeta. If you don't get the other units, the those two Super Saiyan Goku, the Super Saiyan Vegeta, the Agility Broly, and the Intellect Paragus, don't worry, you will have them in your general SSR pool, and you'll be able to try and pull them just from any banner in the future. But yeah, the EZA battle is definitely what I'm looking forward to the most. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. This is Ostuni, signing off. Yeah.